Hello, humans, and welcome to another episode of Gen X Gamer. Today, another subject breakdown that probably nobody really cares about, but we do, right? Very few are going to be interested in something like this, guys. But this is what I do, right? This is the what I find interesting and interesting in the market. This is what I do for work sometimes, right? So I see things differently that you'll see reported out there in the bigger channels, and all I'm trying to do is give you an understanding of basically a layman's term understanding of what's going on with Square Phoenix here, and things that you're not going to hear in other channels because that's not their expertise. Their expertise, and again, the voice is shot, guys. Just it is what it is. There's other channels that just don't have the expertise, right? That's not their area of work, but I'm here to explain to you just so you have a deeper understanding of what's going on with Square Enix, right? In this write-off that they did of losses, about $140 million, and why you would do that. Well, whoever's ahead of the company, the CEO at this point, is making that call. They're going to lose this now so they don't lose more in the future. That's basically the call. And that is the job of the CEO, right? The job of the CEO is to predict where the market is going based on what's happening now, right? That's all they get paid for. All those millions and millions of dollars they get is just so they can have a better understanding of the market so they can make the most amount of money possible in the future with the decisions that they take today. So based on that, let's analyze and break down what's going on with Square Phoenix here. Well, first of all, you have a sales and income decline, right? Square Enix, they reported that their net sales, they dropped by 2.6%, and the operating income fell by 20.7%, right? In layman's terms, right, the company is earning less money from its sales than it did last year. And its profit from running the business has decreased significantly more than its sales. The larger the drop in operating income suggests that their cost might be getting higher, right? Higher than they can raise money via sales. That's what that means. So you have to stop the bleeding, right? You can't keep doing the same thing because you're just going to end up losing more money. That's why the decision was made to stop production on a lot of these. The other statement that they made is they wanted to make fewer but higher quality games. Excuse me. Now, this decision to produce fewer games but focus on improving the quality of the games that they do make could be done by research, right? They're looking at what's going on in the market, and I think that is true. If you look at the games that are making money now, right? The games that we talked about before, whether it's Helldivers or Pal World or anything else, the public, whether they're AA or AAA games, whatever you want to consider them, the public is saying these games are worth money that we're willing to pay for. I mean, Pal World made all that money in beta, and the public still considers that a high quality game. So they're taking an approach to have higher quality games that can potentially sell better, like the examples we gave. They have longer lifespans and generate more revenue through premium pricing, for example, in-game purchases. And that approach might help in reducing costs because this is what's really driving all this. They're not making as much money from the games as they used to, right? And from those actions, you can really infer what they think is going on in the video game market, mainly market saturation and competition, right? The video game market is really competitive. I mean, you guys know that. Look at Steam, look at all the different marketplaces, right? By focusing on fewer quality games, fewer high quality games, they want to stand out as a quality company, right? Because when you are in a company that operates in this kind of environment where there's so many players, it takes a lot to stand out. And this is the approach that they're taking based on their research. And how do they get that research? Again, guys, I'm not using any fancy terms here or anything. I'm breaking it down like I was talking to a friend, and I'm trying to explain what's going on here. And hopefully I get this message across to you this early in the morning. For me, I had to get up. I'm cleaning up. Yesterday was wild. We watched the fight. I spent all day cooking, barbecuing. It's a pretty good time. And the fight was great, man. It was a great fight. If you guys saw that, it's really worth the money. Not a lot of fights are worth the money, but this one, I saw it. And it was great, and the Tank Davis fight, I think I'm gonna watch too. Anyway, consumer preferences. That's really where they're basing this on, because they're seeing what's going on in the market. They have research, and this is what the research is telling them, right? And this really reveals that Square Enix believes that gamers are looking for high quality, memorable experiences, which is true of pretty much all games. That people are going to spend large amounts of money on, right? Maybe preferring to spend their money more sparingly nowadays with the economy and inflation and all that stuff. They really want to make the most of their money, right? So when they choose games, they want to choose games that have higher and richer narratives, for example, better graphics, deeper gameplay, rather than just spend money on a bunch of mediocre games, which is what they're considering now, probably, that they were making. And at the end of the day, like I always tell you, this is about making money. Any business, doesn't matter what kind of business you have, their primary function is to make money, right? And it comes down to financial efficiency for this company. That's what they're showing you when they're telling you these numbers. When they give you the 2.5% drop, when they give you the 20% number, is they're telling you they're not being efficient in the way they're operating now, right? And when they show a decline in income significantly steeper, and then you have a rising cost, an operating cost, and you're not making as much money, then the thing to do, right, if you're a smart business, is to reduce those liabilities, to reduce your costs, and focus on fewer projects, but more high quality projects that will bring you more money, right? But overall, this is what I read from this, right? What I read from this, and is, what we do in business all the time, is we look at our competition, we look at ourselves, we look at other people, what they're doing, what they're thinking. And overall, this move seems to reflect like a strategy pivot of quality over quantity. That might be a good thing, right? Because they want to strengthen the company's position in a very competitive market, guys. And let me tell you, it's competitive out there. With all the choices that people have, right? Why would you buy a mediocre game for $130, for $150, for whatever they're going to want to charge now? Now, this could potentially, right, lead to better financial performance through higher margin sales. But using this strategy, what's not going to happen is you're not going to lose as much money by producing games that in reality not that many people want to buy. And that's what this is telling you right here. They want to change directions ahead of the market, because they're calling their shot now, right? You don't see a lot of other companies abandoning projects at this scale, right? Because you're talking about $140 million. That's a lot of money, right? That's a lot of money. But if they're willing to lose that, that's telling you that if they went ahead, they would lose even more. All right, humans, that was just a little conversation I want to have on a Sunday morning. I'm still a little groggy from yesterday, I'm not going to lie. It was a great fun, right? Great fun, but there's always a price to pay, and I got to get ready. I got to get ready for tomorrow. I got a lot of cleaning up and honeydews to do today, but thank you for joining me once again. For the few of you who find this this interesting, right? I know a lot of people are not into the financial side, the markets side of the video game industry, but I do, and I hope you do as well. All right, humans, I will catch you on the next one. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for subscribing and all that other good stuff. I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.